the same music that we have?
I'm falling asleep.
Is
But-
this the same music you play every time? I thought we were in like on a metal thing.
No. Yeah, we're daydreaming.
Yeah.
Do you dig it? Do you dig why I'm daydreaming?
Yeah. Because I fell asleep during that game.
Did you really?
Oh, no. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Windy City Digits. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Carl. That's Vic. Thanks for everyone who's been tuning into the channel. We do appreciate everyone kind of watching us lately. So we're here live today. Skulks, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. So the Bulls just played their summer league game against the Knicks.
Dude.
It was ugly. To say, okay, let me start by saying this, okay?
Oh, no.
Everybody needs to calm. It's summer league, right?
Oh, my God. You're one of these guys.
Listen, I've been watching. Look,
Every team has the summer league, man.
I know, but look, I've been looking
the first half of the last game.
I was looking at some of the other, other YouTube channels that cover the Bulls, and then reading some stuff on Twitter, and everyone's like, oh, like the roster's not that good. Like we got to be better like this. Jeffrey, what's going on, man? Everyone's got we need this, we need that. Look, it's summer league, and the difference between the Bulls and the Knicks, right? Those guys on the Knicks squad, they had two guys, Grimes and the other guy who actually played last year quite a bit.
No,
and they're playing in the summer league. And a lot of those guys still have a chance to make the Knicks team because they don't have a full roster yet.
Guys. Yeah,
right?
what's up?
What's up?
JDH.
So the thing is
what does that stand for? JDH.
So the thing is that these guys are playing for the Bulls. These guys are playing for spots for the Windy City Bulls. Right? They're not playing for spots to be on the Bulls because they got a full roster already.
They're playing on spots for the Windy City Bulls. They're playing on spots for the European League. They're playing on spots
and
for
the other G League team, correct.
Yeah, and I didn't see a good effort out there. I don't really care if it's just summer league and calm down, man. I just saw like a lack of effort out there.
Yeah,
not very. The defensive effort was lousy. I was really disappointed in Marco.
He had 1 point today.
I didn't see good energy from him, but then again, there was a lot of turnovers. He didn't get the ball. John David Hernandez, nice.
Well, John David Hernandez, thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it, right?
Jason
here, right?
Wait, I gotta post this one. JDH goes for Jason Damn Hayward.
Yeah,
you can't get rid of Jason, man.
Yeah,
hilarious, man.
So, look, part of it, I can't necessarily, you're right. The energy wasn't overall good with the whole team, right?
Yeah. So it's not just summer league, man.
The other part of it with Marco, right, is that the guards just were overmatched today. Like they could not get into any kind of offense at all whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't have a really good supporting. They don't really have a really great summer league team. They have a couple really. They have Javante Freeman,
Dalen Terry.
Yeah, Dalen Terry.
And Marco.
Extremely hot on him, honestly. I hear Terry's aggressiveness was good, but
he had 7 turnovers again today.
Yeah, he's got to reduce his turnovers. He's kind of a little. He's trying to do too much at times. That's what I'd say.
Let's put up what Skokes had to say. So he loved Terry's aggressiveness in the second half. Yeah, look. I think
two games in a row.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone saw the Billy Donovan interview. Did you see the Billy Donovan interview during the game?
I took some notes on it, man.
What did you think about the interview?
I was kind of worried once again about Lonzo Ball. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so that was one. That was one takeaway, that Lonzo Ball is progressing. That's great. I love that. So maybe that is another great reason why we've got Dragic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's good. I'm glad we got Dragic if Lonzo's progressing still. And then he did talk highly of Terry, that he's still got to work on his offensive shooting, but they love his energy, his overall competitiveness.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody else get anything out of that?
The one thing I got out of it, Billy Donovan is like the master at I'm going to get to this comment in a second. Thanks for checking in, by the way. Billy Donovan is good at like sending subtle messages.
Is it demon like in Blue Demon or Demon D? Demon.
Can I finish my point before you?
Demon. No, I'm trying to talk to the people out there. I just want to know what his name is. Is it over the Blue Demons?
Knicks had 4 players that played together for the Knicks G League team. Yeah, look, they were definitely better players. Like looked like they were more experienced on that side of the ball. Look, Grimes has played like 50-something games last year.
Yeah, Grimes looks good.
And he scored 27 points against the Bucks.
I'll take Grimes.
He's an NBA player.
Would you take Grimes on our team?
Not right now.
He's a good 3-point shooter.
I take our guards over what we have right now over Grimes.
I agree with you.
So
the Knicks defense looked really good. I mean, that looked like a traditional Tibbs defense.
Look, they were players that, like I said, a lot of those guys have NBA experience, so it showed with the way they played today. So
yeah, see JDH, I don't know, man. I don't necessarily agree. It's just summer league. That's what Carl said. It's just summer league. Calm down.
I totally agree.
These guys they need jobs, man. They need to hustle more than they were. They need to take care of the ball better. They need to play better defense. They need to move their feet. They need to be better in help defense. All those things didn't show very well. So if you're looking for a job, that game looked terrible.
Look, if you're worried about the individual players, yeah, you're absolutely right. But if you're worried about the Bulls in general as a team,
no, I'm not. I'm not worried about
this game at all. This game at all is not any kind of reflection at all. Like they can't put together a roster. We don't have.
I agree with that. Basically, the guys that we have on the summer league team are small pieces to our existing team. Very small. They're like fill-ins. They're backups. They're for the future. And besides Marco, though, I mean, we were just talking about after the first game with Marco. Like, imagine if he continues that growth to have a backup power forward to Patrick Williams.
Look, again, part of this, I'm not going to put so much on Marco on the offensive side because he's got a role where he's, like in the offense, he's going to initiate from the post. If they can't get the ball, they can't even initiate the offense, or they can't even run any kind of offense. That's not on him. That's not his job. Right? His job is to kind of get into the post, get open, set screens. It looked like he was doing that. It's just that from what I could tell, like our guys were not running well off the screens. They weren't using the screens the right way. It just looked awful. Did I lose you, Vic? Vic, I lost you. I'm going to drop you from the stream for a second. So until I can get Vic a chance to rejoin, right? So anyway, what I was trying to say before Vic kind of interrupted me, right? Billy Donovan, I think, is great as far as subtle messages, because he made a comment in his interview saying, these guys need to understand that they got to compete every single night, and they just looked they weren't competing at all, right? That's the biggest thing, is that they weren't competing at all. Like I think after the first game, they kind of had some subtle confidence about the game. Let's see if we can get Vic back. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, we lost you there for a second. So, okay. Jeffrey, let's get your comment out here. Do you think Marco's still adjusting to the weight gain? No, I don't think so. I think he's been working out pretty good. I just think that, again, they couldn't get into any kind of offense today. I don't know what you think, Vic. They didn't. It looked like rec ball to me.
I don't know. It did look like rec ball, but he could be. I don't know. He had a really good first game. He didn't really take many shots, so it's really hard to tell. But when you put on 25 pounds of mass, I'm sure it affects your shooting a little bit, your touch. But he looked good the first game, so I don't know. Time will tell with Marco.
And then my guy Skokes are agreeing with me again. Offense was completely smothered, not at all on Marco. I agree.
I agree with that too. But his defense still looked bad.
The other guy he was playing was a freak.
Sims, right?
Yeah, Sims was a freak. Right?
Sims is a freak, but
yeah. He's about the same height. I think he's got a couple pounds on him, but the guy's got like a 45-inch vertical leap. He kept jumping all over the place. So Mark will be on the. Yeah, he has no choice, JDH, because he's on the actual contract. He's not on a two-way. So the only way he would be is that he's got to be on the team, part of the active roster. Whether or not he'll dress every game, who knows? But he's got to be on the team. Windy City Bulls isn't an option for him because he's not a two-way contract. The two-way contracts that we have are Malcolm Hill and who's the kid from Marquette that we have? Justin Lewis.
Justin Lewis.
Yeah. So those are the two-way contract guys that we've got. Yeah, it's an ugly stat line from today for sure.
It is, but did you like anyone from today? Did anybody like anyone from today? Anyone see some good things from other players?
Look, I'm biased toward the Windy City guys because I've seen them play, right? Henry Drell
got 2 mediums for just $6.99 each.
What is that?
Less than $1 a slice.
Got 2 more slices.
What's that sound?
You don't want to hear about pizza?
No, I don't.
It's on this screen somewhere, dude.
Yeah, from there. So, the guys I like, Henry Drell, he played Windy City Bulls last year. Ethan Thompson played Windy City Bulls last year. Henry Drell, I think, is definitely a project. I don't know if he'll ever catch on with the Bulls just because of the way the roster's set up, but I think that kid could play. He's young.
I remember watching him at the one game we went to.
Yeah, he's young. I think he's got a chance.
Estonia.
Malcolm Hill's one of those guys, like, he's not going to really be assertive. He's just going to be like pick his spots. But I wish Malcolm Hill would be a little more assertive.
Yeah, his shooting is not very good, man. Even when we had him with the Bulls, he had one good game. I can't see putting him up.
Well, he's on a two-way contract, so.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I liked Freeman better than him. I liked Freeman in terms of like being aggressive and trying to score and going to the basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that part about Freeman. I mean, he didn't really have a lot of chances today. Yeah. He had five rebounds. Marco still had 7 rebounds, even though he had 7 personal fouls.
Yeah.
What do you think about Carlik Jones?
He played last year. I think it was the Dallas G League team that he played, or Houston. He played in Texas last year.
Didn't he play for Louisville?
Yeah, he was out of Louisville.
I wonder how. Yeah, I think he actually plays pretty decently, but I mean, we don't have any room for him. I was just asking what your opinion of him.
Yeah, again, like the two guys on this team right now that you're actually the 3 guys you're actually 4 guys you're actually watching are Simonovic, Lewis, Dalen Terry, and who's the other guy? And Justin Lewis, right? Those 4 guys. I'm on Malcolm Hill. Those first 4 guys listed there as starters because those guys are either on the active roster or on a two-way.
Yeah.
So those are 2 guys you're going to be worried about.
Maker.
Yeah, I think he's going to play in Windy City this year. I think it'd be interesting to watch him play and develop. I think he would be. I agree.
All right. So who on this list here do you think is going to continue with the Windy City? So
I think most of those guys, to be honest. I mean, we signed them right to the summer league. I can't imagine us signing them to the summer league and not having, unless they were absolutely terrible. I can't imagine them not playing with the Bulls, right? I think, like I said, Drell played with them last year. Ethan Thompson,
Calendar. It would only be if they actually had enough. If they were decent enough to get signed by another team, that'd be the only reason they wouldn't be there. So, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, like there was the one thing, Mac McClung. Did you see that? Like he played with the Lakers in the California Classic Summer League. He played there, and then right as soon as that was over, he signed with the Warriors. So he's playing with the Warriors and something like that.
All right, did any of you see that sweet fake he did?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh man, that was
good.
Yeah, he's got some good game, man.
So listen, thanks everyone's been tuning in. Everyone that's here right now, we're enjoying everyone with the chat. Thanks for joining us live today. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the game. Anything you guys kind of want to talk about with the Bulls. We're kind of hanging out here for a little bit today.
Talk about Terry more.
You know what? Terry, I think today was a good learning experience for Dalen Terry, right? I mean, he looked frustrated at times. He looked overmatched at times. He looked frustrated with his shot.
Started to fall in the second half, which was nice.
Which was good because it showed that he showed some energy, right? And didn't I think they made the comment. I think Seth Greenberg made the comment like he just kept shooting, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Skokes too. Skokes said about his aggressiveness. His aggressiveness did show because he went to the free throw line.
Yeah,
he was 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
What did you
besides Liberty, he was the only one. I thought he was overmatched as well. I thought he was a little out of control on the offensive end, and I think that's contributing to his turnovers. He's trying to create his own shot when it doesn't seem like they have a team that moves effectively. So he's trying to create his own shot, and that's where he's learning. He's creating these turnovers.
Yeah,
but I do like I like his aggressiveness as well. I would like to see him get better at shooting, obviously.
Skokes here for main team from what we saw. Yeah, look,
Transition.
he's not a point guard. Like they really got him as a wing, right? And today he was trying to play, point guard, shooting guard, whatever the case is. When he gets to when he's with the big team, right, with the main team, he's got a lot of experience around him, and he just has to find his spots. Like he doesn't have to do like today. He was trying to do too much today, right? Kind of like that's the one thing I loved about Io last year. Like Io, it never felt like Io was trying to do too much. It always felt like he was just in the right spot at the right time with the right energy. Even when he made a mistake, like he didn't get down. He just went back, played defense or offense, whatever the case was.
Calm and cool as a cucumber. That's what he looks like to me, man.
Yeah, and that's what I think. Look, I think what Skokes has said, right? I love his energy. His energy is great, but he's got to be able to channel it and contain it.
Yeah, he got blown by on defense a little bit too, so he's got to learn how to guard more elite players. So
listen, Grimes is going to blow past a lot of guys in that summer league. I didn't
say otherwise, man. I'm just saying he's got to learn to play defense with more elite players. Io also didn't show out in
summer league.
Gadget player. Io's really good. He was a good pickup. I'm not seeing it necessarily from Dalen Terry yet. I know it's early.
Well, okay. So look, last year going into the season did you know much about Io?
Yeah, because he was from the University of Illinois, man. More than I did Dalen Terry. So
yeah, and that's the thing. I think like with Dalen Terry, because he was not a guy that was on any of our radars, right?
None, nobody,
right?
Tell me otherwise if somebody was.
We were thinking big man or a shooting guard, right? And we got a 3 instead. Kind of
I still like Justin Lewis too, by the way.
Yeah, I think Justin Lewis is, I think he's going to end up being a good player. They were talking about him today, like he's a player to watch.
Yeah.
So I thought it was good.
Okay, so obviously Billy Donovan talked a little bit about Lonzo Ball. Does that worry you much?
No,
not at all.
It's still July.
Okay. Why doesn't it worry you?
Because it's July.
I get it's July, dude. Why doesn't it worry you? Just because of the month?
Yeah, there's still plenty of time.
He's been out since January, right?
Well, we're not playing right now.
Yeah, I get that, but we weren't thinking he was going to be hurt this long. It's been ongoing. We thought, I think, probably 2 months ago that he might have been back, and then his bruise wasn't healing. It's still not healing. And then we hear he's going to be ready for the season. Then we heard some kind of rumor from Eversley that he might play in the summer league. Now we're hearing he's progressing. It does worry me.
Look, he was at the summer league game the other day, right? On
yes,
Friday, right?
Yep, he was there.
And I think that if with him hanging out with his team and him walking around and him talking to people, just being out in public, I think if anyone like him just even walking around would have given anyone any kind of concern, you probably would have heard about it by now. Just because Billy Donovan gave an interview today saying something, and had he not said anything, no one would have thought anything otherwise. But just because he said, okay, he's progressing. Okay, so he's progressing. Right? I mean, look, you can say the same thing about Zach. Zach had an off-season knee surgery.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have no idea if he's fully recovered for that. You won't know until you actually get on the court, right?
That is accurate, man.
So to me, I just think that it's plenty of time, and I think maybe it's part of it is just people looking for something to write about and just kind of report on, but I just don't think that it's any kind of big deal.
Okay, so I disagree with Carl. I think it's a big deal for the Bulls to have an unhealthy Lonzo Ball still in July when we thought he'd be good by, I don't know, May, maybe?
We're not playing games yet.
It does not matter when when Lonzo Ball meant so much to the team. I do like that we pick up Dragic, but to me, it's worrisome. What happened, Palupa? I was just talking about Billy Donovan just saying that Lonzo's progressing steadily. That's all. Carl sees things a lot different than I do.
We talked about this earlier today.
Yeah, we like to argue too. So, like, hopefully you guys understand that. We had someone comment that we have awkward chemistry. We're best friends. We like to argue. So we may agree on things, but not publicly.
No.
Bone bruises.
No. We don't even agree on what is the right sauce to have on the side of wings.
Yeah. You're ready to slow down.
I'm a ranch guy, so
Yeah, blue cheese, baby.
Let's see.
This is a good comment. Y'all ready to slow down on the Marco overreaction?
Listen, I said this earlier. Like, I don't think it was that big of a deal today because, thanks, Katie. Listen, I don't think it's that big of a deal because the Bulls couldn't get into any kind of offense today, and I don't think today is really kind of any major indication. Look, could he have played a little bit better on the defensive side? Maybe. Could he have shown a little bit more effort on other things? Sure.
Okay. So yes to both of those, not maybe, yes.
Okay.
Yes to both those, but I totally agree with you. They do not have a really good supporting cast, any of those top guys, to truly show what they can do, I think.
Yeah, look, the first game was more of an actual offense they ran and what Marco can do within an offense, right? Now, keep in mind when he plays with the big team, with the Bulls, he's not going to have that kind of an experience around him. Are they going to have nights where they're going to have some challenges? Sure. But,
All right. Okay. So we were not either one of these people that here. Let's wait. Lamont. By the way, Lamont, that dude is an awesome character on Sanford Son.
Yeah.
So, love Sanford Son.
Love Sanford Son.
Is it Dolores or Elizabeth?
The fact that you were able to make that reference is pretty cool, right?
Dolores.
So, yeah. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Jeez.
I'm coming to see you.
It's Elizabeth. Anyway.
Hey, this is a little entertaining. All right, so were either one of us saying that Vooch was going to get replaced by Marco?
No, actually, I made a comment before that I think that who's the other guy we signed?
Andre
Drummond. I made a comment the other day that I think Andre Drummond could have a resurgence here in the next 2 years, and if he does, he eventually could be Vooch's replacement.
It depends on the type of offense they want to run, I guess.
Correct,
right?
but I think that he's still young enough, 28. So
Thanks, Storm.
We appreciate that, man.
Marco, the next Dirk.
Look, he's from the same place as Vooch, right? He's just about the same height, right?
100 fans, man. Hey, embrace the stupidity, man.
We do. We for sure do.
Yeah. I mean, we do. We sometimes, more me than Carl, say things that aren't the smartest in terms of sports. It's an emotion, right? We're emotional beings, man.
Well, but Chicago, I made that comment the other day. Chicago sports fans are emotional beings as it is. So
yeah, we showed that funky panda rolling around. It's infuriating. hey, I want Marco to. So yesterday's performance and some of his performances over the Windy City League last year would show you that he's a guy that's better than most of those G League players. That he can belong in the NBA. So, but I only see him right now as being a backup to Patrick Williams. But Carl's right. If he in the future, if he can show that progression from the G League to the NBA, he could potentially be a pretty good starting center or forward.
He may be one of those guys that with us, with the Bulls, like we'll develop him and then he'll go somewhere else, like Bobby Portis. Like he'll go somewhere else and like he'll turn up being a good player. It's possible, right?
I like Storm. He right now he would get cooked. I think we saw it today, actually, defensively.
All right, so.
But then again, you don't have a complete team. That's what we've been saying, right?
Yeah. Look, I was looking at this the other day, and like I was looking at Boston's roster again, except for Williams and one other guy, right? Like they're not that big. They're not that tall or that physically presence on the inside, right? Our guys with Drummond and Marco potentially could match up pretty well against Boston, especially down underneath. It's just the guards that we'd have to play some pretty good defense against. But I think Marco's like, if you think about it in the East, there aren't that many teams that are really, really big. I mean, look at the Heat. I mean, Struss is like a stretch 4, right? They got a lot of guys that play on the outside. And that's the only thing with Marco because of his spot. He's either going to have to defend the 5, but on the offensive side, he's really more of a stretch 4 more than anything else.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Right?
Yep, I agree. But I could see some teams playing him as a 5 in the future.
Yes.
If he progresses. I mean, he literally could play 3. Not 3. He's just a 4 or 5, period.
On the defensive side, you would definitely need him as a 5, right? I don't know. I don't think he can really guard on the perimeter.
He did. I mean, it's G League. I've seen him do it, but tonight, I don't know. Is he known to take nights off?
And the G League?
Even in the G League, yeah.
Well, nights off, like you mean like he didn't dress? Yeah.
No, not like that, man.
Like today?
Nights off where he just doesn't look like he brings the energy.
Yeah, I think I texted you last year. There was one game I was at where he just didn't look good. Like he just didn't look like he was into the game. He looked frustrated.
Don't you miss that hard-nosed Bulls team like Kurt Heinrich, Luol Deng? Just that overall hustle, the hustle that they would dive for the ball, move their feet better, on a completely different note. All right, we'll look at that for a second. Hopefully it's not. Is it a paper straw, buddy?
I don't know.
You better drink that really. You better drink that really fast if you've got a paper straw, man.
Wow, the Cubs game is actually kind of close right now, 8-10.
Yeah,
that's pretty close. So
yeah, I think people were excited about it earlier on when it was 5-0 and there was a grand slam.
Hey, listen, we want to thank everyone's been tuning in. Some of our regulars are here: Skoke, Storm.
Anything you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, Damon, thanks for joining in tonight. Right, Palupa, thanks for joining in. JDH, we appreciate you guys being here. Look, I'm going to make a point about this. Vic and I were talking about that. Well, there was a comment that was made about our awkward chemistry Look, we do this for fun, and we do this just to kind of hang out. We don't take this a whole too seriously, but we do recognize sometimes that. Well, actually, most of the time, Vic's wrong most of the time, but that's okay.
I did call the Lakers winning the championship that one year in the bubble, and you didn't.
Yeah, that was a tough call.
I got one on you.
That was a tough call. Oh, so you guys were up 8-3, and now you guys losing 10-8.
We were a 5-zip. We were a 5-zip. Now I understand why. Hopefully, it's not a paper straw. Like I said,
I understand.
Anything else about the Bulls? Like, what Bulls players? I post something about a Windy City comeback every day. All right. So today's July 10th, and July 10th, you have the choices of Bob Love coming back for the Bulls, who is a power forward.
Okay.
So you got Bob Love. I actually have to go back to my thing that I put up. Number 10, I think Bobby Douglas.
Yeah, Bobby Douglas was a 10.
You got to give me a minute, man. Keep on.
Damon and Jeffrey, thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the comments. We do appreciate you guys.
That is really
being
nice.
out there. We do appreciate that. Look, the number 10, I would want to have to come back if I would have to choose one.
Ron Santo, Alexi Ramirez, and Bobby Douglas. Yeah, those would be the 4 ones that have
Bobby Love, Bob Love, or BJ Armstrong.
Right now, Bob Love.
BJ Armstrong.
No way. Bob Love almost scored like 20 to 25 points a game when he was an all-star. Had about 6 to 7 rebounds per game at that time. That'd be like right up our alley of what we need as a power forward.
Answer still BJ Armstrong.
Boom. That's only because he was on one of the three-peats, man. That's the only reason you're saying that.
I love BJ.
I like BJ too at the time, but did you like him when he was the agent for D Rose? Here we go. Rose-colored Carl.
I didn't mind him. Like, what? Why did you think like he did something awful?
Yeah, at the time, I harbored some bad feelings towards BJ. Yes,
I do think the Bulls made a mistake in making John Paxson the general manager and not BJ Armstrong.
I don't know.
Because that led to the whole Gar Pax thing. So, right?
So you would have liked BJ Gar BJ.
Who knows? Gar may not have even been there if BJ was in place. So,
Demond says Bob Love too. So, anyway.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning into the stream tonight. We do appreciate it. Thanks for joining us live after this. Bulls get dominated. Hopefully, the next game will be better. So, let's answer this question real quick. What do you think?
About what?
Bob Love.
What do you mean? What I already talked.
That's what Bob Love. That's what he's asking. He's like asking. Maybe he didn't know what he said. Yeah.
Why Bob Love?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what his question is, or why did I not like BJ?
Oh,
I can't tell. I just knew that there were some bad feelings with BJ and the Bulls organization with D Rose negotiations at the time, and I couldn't even tell you what exactly it was, what the details were, but at some point in time, I knew I harbored some bad feelings towards BJ about how he was trying to get more money for D Rose. Yeah,
I don't even know if he's still an agent anymore.
If you guys remember, if you guys remember, D Rose came out and saying, "I got to feed my children" once, when he was going to be making millions of dollars.
Yeah,
people were upset about that comment. It was right around the same time. That's the only reason. And like us fans know, I hope that we don't know everything. Obviously, it's just bits and pieces. So I'm probably wrong.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks again for tuning into the stream. We do appreciate it. Thanks for being here. If you haven't had a chance yet, hit the like button and subscribe. Definitely helps us out here in the channel. If you know anyone else that are Chicago sports fans, share the channel with them. We would appreciate it. Hit the bell, get notified on future episodes and when we go live. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace,
love,
and digits.
Ba-do-do-do.